everyone, and welcome back to Beverly's Stunning Creations. In this video, I'll show you how to put together this beautiful glam mirror. This DIY is so easy to follow that you'll definitely want to make more than one of these mirrors. If you're new to my channel, I would like to invite you to have a look around, and if you like what you see, then please subscribe. Let's get started with this DIY. I'm starting out with this mirror that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I think it's about 15 or 16 inches. Now I've already removed the little feet from the back, and I also have this foam board from Dollar Tree. Now this mirror is really thin, so I'm going to trace it onto the foam board and then cut it out, then glue it to the mirror to make it appear thicker. When I traced my mirror onto the foam board, it actually scored it. And that's going to make it easier for me to cut it out with this utility knife. Alright, so next I'm going to put some of this Gorilla Glue on the back of my mirror, and then I'll glue it onto the foam board. I then place the foam board on top of the mirror, then line them both up evenly. I use my hands to apply pressure to make sure that both pieces bonded together perfectly. Okay, so everything looks even. I'll put it aside to dry and come back to it later. Alright, so next I have this ladle that I purchased from Dollar Tree. And this is what I'll be using to decorate the mirror. I'm using this measuring tape to measure 4 inches down from the top of the handle. Then I use my heating tool to make a line directly across. Now I'll take my time and cut the top part of the handle from the ladle. If you don't have a heating tool, you can use a knife. Just heat it up on the stove and cut it that way. Then use the heat to smooth out the end. Here I have 2 rolls of mosaic mirror tiles that I measured ahead of time. So now I'll just glue these right down the center of the handle. Now this is not a perfect fit, and the mirror actually extends past the handle, but that's okay. I'm also going to use some of this box bling to decorate my handle, so I'll be gluing a strip on each side of the mirror tiles. I'm using hot glue, but feel free to use whatever glue you like. And this is what it looks like. Now remember, you don't have to use the materials that I'm using. You can use the regular Dollar Tree bling wrap. Okay, so that was easy. Next I'm going to trim out the edge of my mirror with some of this box bling. Again, you do not have to use this particular bling. You can use some of the Dollar Tree diamond wrap. I would probably use about 2 rolls to cover the edge of the mirror. I'm going to use some hot glue to glue it in place. Now I think this is the most time-consuming part of this project because you want to get the trim on as straight as possible. So get comfortable and just take your time. Like I said, this is time-consuming, so I'll finish this off camera, come back and let you guys see what it looks like. Alright, so I'm done adding the trim to the edge of the mirror, and I need to clean it up still. It still has glue strings everywhere, but I'll do that later. Now I could go ahead and add the hook on the back of the mirror, but I don't want it to be flush against the wall. So to give the mirror some depth, I'm going to glue on this circular wooden piece that I picked up from Michael's. But if you want your mirror flush against the wall, then just simply glue the hook to the back of the mirror. I nailed the hook on the back of the wood before I glued it to the mirror. Next, I flipped the wood piece over, spread on some Gorilla Glue, then attached it to the back of my mirror. I made sure that it was centered and then sealed it with some hot glue. I then glued on 3 rhinestones that were the same height as the hook to make sure that my mirror had an even surface against the wall. Now I'll give it a quick test to make sure that it's even. Perfect. Now I'll go ahead and glue on the string lights. And this is how the lights come. I got these from Amazon. And this time I think I got about 11 or 12 in the pack. I'm not sure, but I'll leave a link below. So you just remove the tab and then turn the lights on. So I'll unravel these and then start gluing these around the back of the mirror. Okay, this is very simple. You want to make sure that the battery pack is at the top of the mirror. And then start adding hot glue to your wire. This part of the DIY is a little time consuming as well because you have to wait for the hot glue to set up before moving on to the next section of the wire. So I use the help of a small fan to speed up the process. I'll continue to glue the wire on off camera. Alright, so I came back on camera to show you that I'm halfway done. This wire is going to wrap around twice, so if you use the same exact wire, you'll know what to expect. Alright, so I'll continue to glue the wire on off camera and then come back and go on to the next step. Alright, so I'm done gluing the lights on and here's what they look like. So now I'll go ahead and glue the battery pack down and I'll make sure that the screws are facing upward so I'll be able to change the batteries. I put a couple of dollops of glue on the back of the battery pack and then held it down until the glue set up. Alright, so next I'm going to use one of the framed round Dollar Tree mirrors. Now this one is too small. These are the newer ones and they're smaller than the older one. And I actually have an older one that I used in a previous project. So I took that apart and I'm using that one. I placed it in the center of my larger mirror. I then put 4 of my decorative pieces around the mirror to make sure that it was perfectly centered. Make sure that the cut edge of the handle is against the small mirror. I placed them at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Next, I applied some of my Gorilla Glue to each end of the decorative piece. And guys, please do not use the Dollar Tree fix-all for this part because you want this to be permanent. Continue adding glue to the other 3 pieces, put them back in place. Then slowly remove the smaller mirror, add glue to the back of that mirror, and then put it back in place. Now continue to glue down your decorative pieces in the same pattern that I'm using. After you're done gluing on the decorative pieces, your pattern should look like this. To complete the design of the mirror, I glued down a strand of silver beads that I purchased from Walmart. I added a dab of hot glue to the first bead, glued it down, and then continued to glue the beads around the mirror. You can also find silver beads at Dollar Tree. They're a little larger, but they'll still work. I'll continue gluing the beads down off camera, come back and let you see what it looks like. Okay everyone, so here's my completed mirror. I need to clean up the glue webs. I'm going to hang it on the wall, light it up, and come back and let you see what that looks like. Here's my completed mirror, all cleaned up and ready to shine. I'm definitely going to make a second one. I hope you all enjoyed this DIY, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment below, share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.